Okay, I'm back, part two. The next thing I wanted to talk about is I was watching a vlog recently where somebody was talking about HCG Ange. I believe you were talking about you're getting ready to go on like a second honeymoon, and you talked about instead of going and getting new clothes, maybe waiting until you were at your goal weight to go get new clothes, but you know, you're going on a second honeymoon, so who doesn't love to have exciting new clothes for their trip? But spending all that money when you're just going to lose again, you know, kind of a bummer to do. So I wanted to mention something that they have around here that I know every city's different, and maybe your city doesn't have it, but it's probably worth checking out. Around here, they have used clothing consignment stores. Now, this is different than Goodwill stores or Salvation Army stores, because what it is people are actually selling their used clothes on consignment. So when you go into the store and you say, I have these clothes I want to sell, the store puts it in their store and they take a percentage of whatever it sells for, and you know, you get the rest of the money. So they take a percentage off the sale and then you get the rest of the sale. So it's actually really cool. Most of these consignment stores that I've seen only take clothes that are about like a year old, a year and a half old, so they're very, you know, new. They're like last season styles, but they're still pretty new. They're not like dead styles that have gone out of style back in the 70s. You know, they're pretty new clothes, and they don't take, you can't sell if there's a hole in it, if it's faded, none of that. Like all of the clothes look pretty new. And you know what? I last year went on a trip for a friend's wedding, and I went there, it was to Cancun, and I got a bunch of things, and a bunch of the stuff that I got actually still had the tags on them, had never been worn, had the sales tag from the store still on the clothes. And a lot of the clothes are great brands like BCBG, you know, Guess, you know, Seven Jeans. They're, you know, really expensive name brands that if you got somewhere, you're going to be paying a lot of money for. And I got several of these for so cheap, you know, jeans for like $14 to $19, dresses for $9.99, $15 for a dress, for a nice dress. Like, I mean, they're literally like so cheap. Like shopping there is like maybe shopping at Target or a little bit cheaper than Target. So I, like, when I discovered these, I was super excited. And here where I live in San Antonio, Texas, there's 3 of them within like a 15-minute radius of me. So, you know, chances are, you know, you might have some around you. So take a look. So if you're losing weight and you don't want to invest a ton of money in getting like nice, super fancy clothes, you can still kind of get super fancy clothes without the price. And then when you lose the weight, you can take them back and sell them on consignment again. So, I mean, you'll lose a percentage to the store, but still when they sell, you'll get the rest, some of your money back. So anyways, that's just a tip that I'm really excited to share with all of you guys out there that might be watching. And then the last thing that I want to talk about, and this is really hard for me. I'm going to try not to cry because it's really sad. And this is one of my dearest friends that this happened. I know I've talked about going to the wedding in a few weeks. And I'm in the wedding. I'm kind of the unofficial maid of honor. She actually doesn't have a maid of honor because I'm so far away. Like, you know, the maid of honor duties, like I can't go with her to pick out her dress, and I couldn't, like, I can't hop on a plane and fly, you know, spend several $100s to get a plane flight just to go help pick out the bridesmaids' dresses. You know, I wish I could, but I'm just not there to be able to do that. So she doesn't have a maid of honor, but I'm kind of the unofficial maid of honor. And it actually turned out she lives in Southern California, and her wedding was going to take place in Northern California. Now, most of her family lives in Southern California, except her aunt, who owns the winery in Northern California. And the wedding was going to take place on the winery. You know, beautiful location. I mean, gorgeous. Unfortunately, just recently, and this just breaks my heart for her, the family found out that her grandmother is very, very ill and has advanced stages of cancer. And so the aunt that is up there is also the person who oversees the care for her grandmother, and her grandmother is located in Southern California, and she's going to be going down to Southern California, and the whole family needs to stay near Southern California because of this illness. And I mean, they don't really know what to expect right now. So I just want to say, if you guys are people that you know, keep her in your thoughts and in your hopes, her and her family and her grandmother. If you're a religion like I am that does pray, if you could, you know, keep her in your prayers, that would really mean a lot to me. My friend is actually canceling her wedding, and it's so hard for me to like being here, because as her best friend, like, I want to be there, and I want to give my friend a hug, and I want to tell her, you know, it's okay, we'll figure this out. The only way to actually have the wedding is to have it in Southern California, and because she's invested all the money in Northern California on, you know, caterers and the cake and the photographer and everything else, and all that stuff's non-refundable, she just doesn't have the finances right now to replan the whole thing in 2.5 weeks or 2 weeks in Southern California. So they've canceled the wedding for now. They're looking at pushing it back more toward a few months. They're talking maybe around New Year's, and having like a winter wedding, doing it around New Year's in Southern California. But please, you guys, please just keep her in your thoughts and your hopes and your best wishes and your prayers and everything else, because it's really, like I said, it's really hard for her, definitely, and you know, for me as her friend, it just, my heart breaks for her. So I know that's bad news, and I'm really sorry to kind of end this on kind of a bummer note, but I just did want to say, like I said, if you guys could keep her in your thoughts and your prayers, that would really mean a lot to me. Anyways, I will talk to you again soon, and I'll let you know all about how I'm doing on P3, and I'm excited to see the rest of your vlogs. Okay, bye.